The next element for creating pull in office areas is decision rule. What are decision rules? Let's see with this example where in one process we have defined the maximum number of tasks or projects which can reach to this department. Say for example these are 7, and then we have defined the limits. If we have 2 tasks or projects there in this department at any particular point of time, then we will consider this as a low load. It means this staff member can go and offer the help to other employees where the workload is higher. So this is a one part of the decision rule. So decision is being taken by this visualization. I have 2 job orders or projects or tasks. This was the yellow line area, and after that we have up to the number of tasks 6 green lines. So this is the green frames. So if we have anywhere the task between 3 to 6, this is the average load area, and the staff member here who is working, he can or she can focus on their work. But as soon as the number of tasks at any point of time reaches more than 6, so reaches up to 7, where we have here the red lines, it means this staff member has very high workload and he or she should seek for help from another staff member so that we can deliver the tasks, the 7 tasks we have, in as less time as possible, and we should use the free capacity and available capacity in other departments, because if the tasks here are more, it means they are accumulated here because of any reason. So it means the tasks in either in upstream process or down the stream processes might be low. If we have such visualization for other processes, in this example, for example, for process number 2 and for the process number 3, then we can see very easily that the process number 2 has a lot of tasks to perform, and the process number 3 has only 4 tasks to perform. So the process number 3 has minimum load and the process number 2 has the maximum load, and the process number 1 is in the green zone. With these white papers we can very easily see in this diagram. So the decision rule says here through these lines and the markings of yellow, green and red lines that as soon as there is overcapacity, we should give the support to the other department, like the process number 3 can give the support, and the process number 2, which has the tasks which are reaching to the red line area, there this process should ask and seek for the help and for the assistance. So the somebody from the process number 3 can go and support until the tasks are completed and the number of tasks come in the green area, and they all can work with their normal pace. So these are the decision rules which we have defined, that from these number of tasks or projects we should give the help, or in this case we should take the support from other departments, or we should escalate the matter. But there should be some kind of decision rules which says when to use the capacity and make best use of available resources in this whole area. Along with defining these decision rules, in order to make sure that we have the maximum benefit out of these lean management improvements in the office area, we have to take care of few other things. We have already discussed the standard work with example. So it is very important that we have the standard work in place, because when we here see in this example that the process number 3 has to have the process number 2, or vice versa depending upon the situation, if we have standard work available, it would be much more easier for any employer to go somewhere else and perform, because they know what to do, when to do and how to do. Though there is training on job is required in every case, but if somebody is going and supporting somebody after 1 month or after 2 months, because there is a documentation, they can very quickly understand and remember what they have done previously and support it. And additionally, the cross training is very important. When we set such decision rules that who can help whom in what conditions, that makes sense only if in advance we have done the cross training. So we know process number 3 should help process number 2, but in that case we have already imparted the trainings to the process number 3 that they can go anytime whenever it is required. But these cross-functional trainings are very effective, and the time required for such training can be reduced by 75% by having the documentation like standard work. So these are the two main aspects to take care of while using decision rules. The third point to consider here to have the maximum benefit of design rules is to increase the motivation between the team to help each other. If we set the decision rule that in this case process number 3 has to help the process number 2, but there is no motivation, then there will be a lot of resistance to implement, to have the compliance for such decision rules. For example, if the process number 1 has the target to complete every task they have in 2 days, and the process number 2 has the target to complete in 3 days, and process number 3 has the target to complete in 1 day, because they have their individual targets, they might not have a big motivation to help each other in all the cases. But in case the target given by the top management is not separated by the process but is one for the team, imagine instead of these individual tasks, individual targets will have a target of 6 days in total, then they know the process number 1 or 2 or the 3 will know, okay, it's not my individual goal, we have to achieve the whole target of 6 days. So in case I have less load, I have to see where the help is required and I have to deliver, because it's not his or her task, it's our teamwork. So with these decision rules and setting the common goal for the whole team, we can use the decision rules very well and increase the pull of capacity wherever the need of resources are. Through these decision rules, we are pulling the capacity to that place, to that task, to complete it within the time frame what we have set for us.